Stretch. Let's talk about Axionis and a specific use case that you would like to highlight for the listening audience.
Oh, the specific use case.
A specific use
Uh,
case, the program, in other words, you all are stretched across, no pun intended, I could striped across all these various components and agencies, right? And I know you'd like to highlight a program that's really something that's going to be of interest to the listening audience, something they can identify with, right?
yeah, there's a couple use cases that come to mind that I see a lot of. The top one that I'm seeing a lot of, especially across the whole Fed civilian market, is the CISA CDM program. We have federal customers from all six of the defend groups. We're working with all six of the defend groups in the past. And we're really making a lot of positive changes, a streamlining of how agencies are doing CDM reporting and getting it up to layers B, C, and D a lot faster than it ever has before. Some other neat use cases that we're also seeing over on the DoD side of the house, we're getting involved with the DoD has the CMRS program, which is basically the DoD's version of the
Mhm.
CDM program.
Right.
And we are now in the beginning stages of doing some modernization with that to where eventually Axonius will be deployed across the DoD to streamline getting the collection of asset data um, all the way up back to DISA. Some really basic use cases for Axonius out of the box that I've been here for 5 years this year. And every time I go to a new customer and work with them and go over some of the basic use cases for Axonius, it's just as exciting as the first customer I ever worked with. When I started at Axonius, we had 0 federal customers. I was brought on to start the Fed team. We now have over 50 unique logos across the Fed space, and it's been really exciting growth. And just if we talk about modernization, I kind of like what Scott said earlier. We're constantly talking about it. We're constantly talking about it. In 10 years from now, we're going to be modernizing. What we're doing today is going to be old, and we're going to be doing whatever the new buzzwords are. And if that's zero trust or AI or whatever that is, some of the things that don't change is the basics. And so some of the things that I really enjoy with Axonius is helping streamline organizations that have spent a long time that they're trying to work on these new initiatives. If it's an executive order for logging, if it's zero trust, you know, whatever it is, a lot of times they struggle with these new initiatives because they've never got past the basics. And the
Right.
basics is what are the unique devices in my environment? Who are the users of the environment? What's my installed software? And then how do I quantify my metrics to understand the unknown unknowns and turn them into known unknowns? And so some of my favorite basic use cases is when you have a complete view of your whole network, how can I do a basic search that says show me all Windows devices or Linux devices not known to endpoint security, never been scanned by my vulnerability scanner? And then how can we go 3 levels deeper of the reasons why, and then pass that to our IT operations teams? Because there's nothing that drives an IT team nuts more than anything when someone says, hey, here's 20,000 devices not known to endpoint security. Here's this big pile. Go figure it out.
Absolutely.